Hello, my name is Kate. Welcome to this video. We are doing a combination today of my Pan That palette update as well as a Pan Those Eyeshadows intro. My Pan That palette is the Too Faced Naturalized palette. I'm not going to hold it all the way up because there's some loose powdery bits in here. I want to use this palette up entirely by the end of the year. This is a 9-pan palette. It's ridiculously hard pressed, very, very deep. Let me show you what we are looking like. So I had the goal at the end of last month to empty out Heaven, which I am not quite there. There's a couple little chunks. I wanted to hit Top Pan in Nudie, which I did, and I wanted to hit Pan in Honey Pot, which look at that beauty. I didn't really think that that was going to happen, but here we are. So, our other shades in here, Sixpresso, I used every day that I wore makeup. Oh no, I just lost a chunk. Over the past month. That's not very exciting. I use it in my brows every day. I also use Silk Teddy every day as a highlight shade, and I think I have massively expanded that pan. Look at how deep that bad boy is. Push Up, I've also expanded the pan on quite a lot. I've been using this as a bit of a shimmery bronzer. Erotica, this you can see the dip in there is pretty significant. And Chocolate Martini, I also hit my goal on for this month. From May to August, I wanted to use it a total of 30 times. Which I did, and I am now going to be decluttering this shade. And I want to declutter it into a nail polish and then use up that nail polish. The mattes, so these two on the side here will trick you into thinking they're shimmers. They're not. They are mattes with like glitter running throughout them. They're very stiff, very patchy. The mattes in this palette are kind of horrible. So I am not going to try to pan both Erotica and Chocolate Martini. I just have no interest in doing that. And I think it would be really, really difficult. So we are going to be decluttering this shade, but that is what we are looking like. I'm really proud of the progress that I made on this in a month. I think some of those pans are like, woo, we did some work. So my goals for next month, of course, Heaven this time will actually be gone. I would like to not really focus on any specific area on Nudie, just because you can see that's so thin in a couple places. I just want to really expand this pan out. And then probably once it gets so all that's left is around the sides, I will go ahead and repress that. I would like to continue to seriously expand to the pan in Silk Teddy, and Erotica will have its own thing as we transition into the other part of this video. I think that's it. Oh, and I'd also like to use Honey Pot 5 times. So when I do my makeup every day, I use these shades, Sixpresso, and now Push Up pretty much every time I do my makeup, and then I will be focusing on Erotica. So the only shade remaining with no like intention for it is Honey Pot. So I want to use that 5 times this month just so it doesn't go completely unused. And those are my plan for that palette. Now, let's talk about Pan Those Eyeshadows. I've been a little obsessed with watching these videos on YouTube recently. This is a kind of official panning project that was created by a YouTuber named Alexi, and then people have taken it and they've just run with it. And this has become like a whole thing, and I really, really enjoy it. So I have some of my own plans and rules for this. And I also want to talk to you about my previous attempts with Pan Those Eyeshadows. So you see I have some swatches on the back of my hand. These were my randomized shades that I did for this project in the month of May, which is also when I started kind of honing in on and tracking my progress a little bit more. So I randomly selected Erotica from the Too Faced Natural Eyes Sexpresso, which I rolled in even though it had pan on it. So that's these two shades right here, as well as also in there is the shade Push Up. I'm going out of order, but which is right here. This pink is actually an eye brightener stick. This is from Thrive Cosmetics, their Brilliant Eye Brightener in the shade Miko. And lastly, the shade right here is Libra from the Carly Bible palette. We'll show you right here. So I randomized these in May, and I just decided I was only going to work with them for 1 month, and I set the goal to use each of them 10 times, which definitely burned me out. I did it and immediately was like, I cannot keep doing this. I am bored. I want to use the rest of my shades, and it was just way too restrictive. Plus, this is not like a super varied color story. It is nice and neutral and like easy to wear, but I was going out of my mind by the end of the month. So for June, I hand selected some shades I wanted to make more progress on. That went well. And then in the month of July, I decided, because at the time I only had 2 palettes, I wanted to use all of the shades in these once each time got its own day in the spotlight. I wanted to use it as an eyeliner, which was ridiculously fun. I will put some pictures at the end of some of my favorite looks that involved either focus shades or shades as eyeliners that were just like a good fun time. That really let me use all of my collection, get creative with some colors and combinations I wouldn't have otherwise used. It was like a nice little palette refresher, but I am ready to see some more progress in more shadows. So I'm going to do a true Pan Those Eyeshadows. I actually just rolled this eye brightener stick into my rolling monthly project pan. So I'm not going to count this as a shade, but this is on my radar. For that reason, I'm only going to do a quad instead of a quintet for this month. I am going to be keeping in Erotica from the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette and Libra from the Carly Bible palette. I will show you those again just up close so you can really see what they initially looked like. I just lost another chunk out of heaven. You can see like it's glittery, but I don't know. The formula of these are not great, but that's what it is. And Libra from the Carly Bible palette. So Libra to date, I have used 14 times, and Erotica I've used 34. So you can see they take a lot of use. Even, I know ABH shades are supposed to go really quick. I think I'm just really light-handed. So I want to make the rule to use each shade 30 times and for 3 months, or hit pan before I roll it out. Jessica Banana did this, I think, for her 2021 Pan Those Eyeshadows, and she made a ton of progress. And I don't have a large collection. I don't mind working on shades for a couple months at a time. I just want to hit some pans. So I think that's going to be a good way to do that. I like that. Obviously, I have already used Erotica more than 30 times, and my goal is to just keep, if it takes me until December, I want to hit pan on that shadow. Dang it. So these two are pretty similar, but I think they'll be workable. You can just tell the difference in the formula and how Too Faced I don't love. So I will not be considering any shades in this to roll in because there aren't any left except Erotica. So that leaves the Carly Bible palette and my ColourPop Oran out. which is not rollout. I bought this off of Mercari, already like customized, and I loved the colors that they subbed in for it. So I'm not going to know any of the shade names in here because they're all rearranged. But anyway, that gives me a total of 23 shadows. If I do roll Libra, I'm just going to roll again. So let's do it. I have my random number generator here on my laptop. I don't know. It's going to be, it's not going to look good to show you, but I'm going to go ahead and roll. We'll do them one at a time. 1 to 23, I got 9. So what is that going to be? Oh, okay. Well, this is fine. I got Moo from the Carly Bible palette, which I actually set a usage goal on in June. I used this shade 10 times. It's really pretty. It's very wearable. It's a little neutral is all. I want some pops of color. So this shade to date, I have used 14 times. And there's a little bit of a dip going on in there. I know shimmer shades in ABH's formula are supposedly really easy to hit pan on. So that's kind of fun that I have 2 of those in there. What else you got? 20. So that is in our rollout palette. 14, 18, 19, 20. Okay, this one should be fun too. This is the shade that I got from my ColourPop palette. It's like a matte kind of base, really pale green with a little bit of silver glitters in it. There's a, see if I can get it to focus better. There's a bit of a dip in here, which really comes from just like one use. I wore this yesterday, didn't I? And I really had to dig in there to build up enough of the shade to put in my crease. It's very chalky. It's kind of a stiff, not great formula, but I do think that it will require a lot of effort digging into it to get color payoff, which means a faster pan, so I'm fine with that. So that's what we look like. It's a little bit of like a pale, almost seafoamy green. That could actually be really fun with some of these other ones as a nice light pop. And then combine it, just know I will be working on this as well, even though it's not part of it, with this pink over here. Okay, it is what it is. It's not what I would have selected for myself, but that's okay. That's the purpose of this, right? This should be really fun. So I will see you at the end of August and see what we come up with here. I mean, the Carly Bible shades, I could potentially hit pan if I'm really going into those, but I don't know, might be kind of difficult. So I also want to set for myself just like the little motivation. If I can hit 5 more pans by the end of the year, I will allow myself to buy another palette. So that's gonna keep me going. Anyway, I think I've covered everything I want to talk about in this video. Thank you so much for watching. This has been really fun. I've been panning, kind of not knowing what it is, and then this year actually getting into it and really enjoying it. And I just decided that I really wanted to hold myself a little bit more accountable, and posting these videos were a fun way to do that. Come here, little man. You gotta say hi. He's trying to crawl through the air conditioner. It's Bert. It's always Bert. I do have 2 cats. It's just one is a precious angel baby who's always sleeping peacefully somewhere, and then there's the demon who's in my business all the time. Will you come say hi? You can come say hi. This is my little man. He's purring. Thanks for watching. Bye. All right, I'm not done yet. I have to show you. He just came and flopped on top of everything. Are you helping? Are you a good helper?